From Wayward Social in Marshalltown, this is Bobcat Live.
Yeah, welcome into Bobcat Live Winter Edition. Give it up. You see the wrestlers on your screen right there. Head coach Isaiah Cox going to be coming up in just a little bit as we now are joined kicking off the show here tonight in our Winter Edition with head coach Mike Apple with the Bobcat boys basketball team. 1-0 on the season, a big overtime win, 53-50. The final last night. Man, I was watching the game over a little bit last night. 20-7 there in the first half was the lead. Got to give Lincoln credit in the second half. They really dwindled that lead back and eventually tied it heading into it. But, man, you couldn't expect a hotter start for a team in their first game, starting a couple freshmen last night. How were you impressed with the energy and how they came out and started that game last night?
Yeah, I thought we started off great, just to kind of understanding, defensively what we've been practicing and how hard and our effort and being in the right spots. And that showed up definitely in that first half. As the game went on, I think we hit a little fatigue and we were tired. And when that happens, your brain stops working how it should sometimes. And,
yeah.
Some things we got to correct there. And but that's just proud of how we responded and ended up winning regardless of how it was. It wasn't pretty at times, but, we got it done.
Jacob Hayes had 13 points, and I think, 75% of that came off of a pick and a backdoor cut. Uh-huh. That was a really good play for you guys last night. I'm sure some teams will scout and see that and try to shut that down as the season goes along, but how does that kind of go into, obviously your preseason, you've got a game plan. Now going forward, the game plan's not going to probably change a ton, but there might be little tweaks here and there. How do you kind of decide that in game plan heading into different games, knowing, Newton probably is going to see that play and maybe you change a wrinkle in it?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, it's just a matter of how they're going to defend it, and there's other ways you can attack it. Obviously, having Kyle do a lot of those things and set the back screens is a huge focus point for us because a lot of times they don't want to leave him. So now how's the defense going to react to that? Are they going to help? And if they do, that opens up Kyle. If they don't, you saw there last night, you get a lot of open opportunities to get layups. And so that's kind of what we're built around. Kind of our primary offense that we run, if we're not running specific sets, is a lot of just, back screens and movement, and you get that ball moving to where the defense has to react and get easy ones like that. So.
I know Armani Thomas played as a freshman. I know Drake Capello played as a freshman. But overall, we haven't seen a ton of freshmen start. Kyle Smith started played in a few games. He didn't start his freshman year, but played in a few games, and he didn't even score any points, I believe, his freshman season, and now he's lighting it up from long range. Is that, you start two freshmen last night in Lars Schoenfelder and Damian Segovia. They handled the bright lights pretty well, especially in that first half. Lars Schoenfelder had a couple of really nice rebounds and steals, and Segovia had a really nice cut in the bucket early on there. How do you get them ready, or did you just know like they were kind of meant for the moment to be able to kind of step up into that role for you?
I mean, we knew there was a chance just based on kind of what we saw this summer, but we really didn't know until kind of the beginning of the season what we were exactly going to do. A lot of it's been just some injuries. Guys decided not to go out, and they're kind of just the next guys we had in line to be able to do that. So that's kind of where we made that decision. But I mean, they did a really nice job for their first varsity minutes. I mean, they didn't look like they were too scared out there. I mean, they were moving the ball well defensively. They were being aggressive and understanding what we needed to do, and so that was great to see from two freshmen that's your first minutes playing high school basketball.
Yeah. Last night, your point guard, Drake Gersma, had 7 assists. I know he averaged about 4 assists last year. That was top 10 in the state, I believe it was. I think it was 8th or something like that. I don't remember what it exactly was. But, just very good at dispersing the ball. But then late in the game, he kind of called off Kyle, took it himself, and scored a bucket. I mean, where do you see him year over year in his development?
Yeah, I think Drake would agree with us. I don't think he necessarily had a great game yesterday or last night, he can be a lot better than that. I thought he facilitated and made some nice passes, but he got to the rim a few times and he missed a few that normally he makes. But defensively, there's a few times, but that's not just Drake, obviously. That's all of us early on. But, I mean, he's a guy that's going to continue to improve and continue to get better every day. And we watched 30, 40 minutes of film today and cleaned a lot of things up and focused on a few of those things.
Yeah. Talon Halstead, who we're going to talk to on our next segment, he came off the bench last night. He had 6 rebounds. He had a beautiful one-handed snag rebound one time. How impressed were you with his role? Because I believe he only played in 4 games or something like that last year, and stepping in and really giving some meaningful minutes last night.
That was great. I mean, that's what we need from Talon, is that physicality, be able to rebound the ball. And he didn't play a ton of minutes, and to grab 6 rebounds like he did is huge for us. So, just to continue to build, continue to learn every day, and be in the right spots defensively. There's a few times their post kind of got around him, and just learning some of those things. But he's going to continue to be a huge part of our success, and a guy that's a bigger guy we can play that we don't necessarily have a lot of size on our team, and he's definitely got that to his advantage for us.
Yeah, for sure. And you win it 53-50 last night in overtime, and things looked a little hairy going into overtime. They hit a bunch of shots. The crowd got behind them, but to overcome that adversity, good teams, It really comes down to those, whether you win or lose those tight games, right?
Oh, there was points where we're so tired right now, we can't even move, we can't even think, like we're not getting back on defense. Like this is not good here. Like we got to figure out a way to win this now. Yeah. Or we might be in trouble. And I mean, our guys answered the bell there in that overtime, and Kyle made a huge shot, obviously, to start there, and we were able to hang on and get it done. But it's not an easy thing to lose the first time you're losing a game is in overtime. I mean, that's sometimes you can. I mean, you can tighten up pretty quick, and it gets a little bit. The moment gets a little too big, or like you just like, how did this happen? But we stuck with it and figured out a way to win. So I'm proud of our guys for that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so you head into Newton coming up tomorrow night. We'll have that one for you here on KFJB-TV, and then doubleheader girls, boys on Friday as well as you welcome in Des Moines East. I know you mentioned you watched some film today, got a little bit of practice in. How do you kind of manage it? Because you mentioned being a little bit tired last night, but then you got to get right back into it with back-to-back nights on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, I mean, film's really good at that point because you don't want to obviously go out there and just go crazy in practice. We got to rest a little bit with having back-to-back games. So, the film was good, and then we went hard for 45 minutes there where we're really working on stuff full speed, and that's just kind of where we got to be ready and go through Newton's sets and go through what they're going to do offensively. They got a really nice sophomore that had, I believe, 25, 26 points last night with 6 threes. So they're a solid team, and we need to understand their personnel and understand how to guard some of these actions and be ready to go.
Yeah, another thing from last night, you had 15 assists to 10 turnovers, which is a definite plus. Plus, I know you mentioned that Kyle wants to get to the free throw line more. He went 6 of 8 at the free throw line. Did a nice job there. Other guys stepped up at the free throw line, Jacob Hayes as well. Yep. So being able to kind of, it's one thing to say you want to do something, but then going out and executing it, where does that come from in your eyes? Is it you feel like this team is really kind of bought into the philosophy?
No, they have. I mean, we got to the line 20 times last night. That's great. I mean, we were understanding be a little more aggressive, get to the rim, get fouled. We got guys that can shoot it well enough from the free throw line. We got to take advantage of that, and that'll help our scoring out a lot too.
Yeah.
So that has been an emphasis. Our guys have done a great job of that, understanding when we're close to that bonus, when the team's got 3 or 4 fouls, try and be a little more aggressive. Maybe they'll put our hands on us, and now we're getting free ones from them just having 2 hands on us, and we're not even going to the rim type of thing,
Yeah.
So just understanding more of that as we get going, and it'll be better, and just continue to learn from that.
Yeah, your thoughts on Newton heading into that game here? They've always found a way to play you guys tough.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be well coached. They're a physical team. They shoot it extremely well. I mean, at any point they'll have 4 guys out there that can light it up pretty quick, and that happened to us last year. I mean, it was just in a blink of an eye where I think they scored close to 30 points in the third quarter. Mm-hmm. I mean, they hit close to, I think it was at least eight threes, and it was just out of
boom,
our.
Boom.
It was just all of a sudden we were so far out of it. So we got to understand that. Understand we got to guard the three and be ready to guard a little better than we did on Tuesday, to be honest. Because if we close out too soon on some of these guys, they're not going to be missing those threes that we were fortunate enough that Lincoln missed last night.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to it. Again, Newton on Thursday and East is on Friday night. Head coach Mike Apple. Thanks for the time, Coach. We'll see you tomorrow night. All right, give it up for head coach Mike Apple. When we come back, we'll talk to Kyle Smith and Talon Halstead for the Bobcats. You're watching Bobcat Live.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
Back in on Bobcat Live, I'm Brandon Lewis. Our producer tonight is David Braga. Thanks to the great crowd coming out here tonight to support Bobcat athletes. And we welcome in Talon Halstead down on the end, Kyle Smith right next to me. Kyle, I got to tell you, my wife doesn't always compliment the Cat Connections that are on, but she gave you a compliment. She said, man, Kyle did a great job on that Cat Connection last night. So big props to you.
Appreciate it.
And a big props to you on the game last night. You had a double-double, 28 points, 10 rebounds. Kind of assess your game last night. What did you think? Because I have my own thoughts. I'll save that, but I'll let you talk about what you thought out of your performance and the team's performance last night.
Yeah, I thought, as a team, we started off that first half. We started off, very well. And kind of what Coach Apple was saying, we got kind of fatigued in that second half. So, but, myself, I thought I had a pretty efficient night. Went in there, I think I shot 9 for 12 or something like that. But, it felt good to, go in there and make some shots. But I just want everybody to know that, without my teammates, I wouldn't be able to, have any of that efficiency or anything like that.
Yeah.
Talon over here, he got in here, he came in there, knew his role, and went in there and got boards, and it was just the energy we needed at the right time. So
yeah, I haven't seen a one-handed snag on a rebound like I saw Talon. I think it was in the second quarter, but he had 6 rebounds last night and a good performance that side of things. How did you kind of feel getting some really nice minutes last night out there on the floor?
I felt great just going after rebounds. That's pretty much my role,
Yeah. Well, you did a great job of it. And I was going to mention for you, Kyle, just how efficient you were last night. 9 of 12. I don't think you missed a shot until a three-quarters shot right before halftime right there. But you went 9 of 12. You had 28 points. You went 6 of 8 at the free throw line. But a year ago in this game, you had 30 points, but you went 10 of 30.
Yeah, that's a lot of shots.
That's a lot of shots. So what kind of led to a little bit more of that efficiency last night out of your shooting and finding those open looks and knocking them down when you had the opportunity?
It was just talking with coaches in the offseason, trying to get me better looks and, just them constantly telling me, the ball's going to come back to you and you got to let the game come to you. It's just going to make, everything a lot more easier, and it's just going to open up, a lot more things to get you open looks and make more shots.
Yeah. Obviously, Talon, you have the built-in height advantage, so that helps you rebounding-wise.
Yeah.
But what goes into getting good position or lining up or matching up to be able to get some of those tough boards?
Just go box out and then locate where the ball bounces off the rim and go grab it,
Yeah, for sure. And you said, what were you, 6'5"?
Yeah, around there.
Right around 6'5".
Yeah,
what are you, 6'3"?
6'3". I wish I was 6'5". That'd be nice.
Another couple of inches would always help. So last night, tell me, Talon, your thoughts on, it's getting late in the game. Lincoln gets it close, eventually ties it up. You go into overtime. But, to see them make those big shots, the crowd really started going crazy. What was that environment like last night playing in it?
You can't lose, focus of what the goal is overall. You just got to play through the noise and try and get the win,
Yeah, for
can't
sure.
listen to them.
Yeah. We talked a little bit in a recent Cat Connection, which will be coming up here pretty short on KFJB-TV, and we just talked a little bit about your adversity. You convert from DB to defensive end during the football season and had a really nice year. We talked about just that versatility in basketball season, being able to kind of fill a little bit of different roles and on the defensive end and rebounding categories. So tell me a little bit about, I guess, what you told me when we were talking as well, just how important that is to be kind of that utility guy for this basketball squad.
It's really important. You got to be coachable. You got to do whatever the coach asks you. You got to make a change. That's the most important part. It's just making a change. You can't be scared to make changes.
Yeah. It looked like the freshmen last night were very comfortable as well, Lars Schoenfelder and Damian Segovia. How have maybe you guys, the upperclassmen, been able to kind of take them under your wing and make them feel comfortable in that role stepping in?
You got it? I didn't. Well, I got it. It's just, being a leader every single day in practice. Me and Talon, we were both a freshman one day, so we learned from those seniors that, helped us out a lot, and that's what we're just trying to do right now is – be leaders out there. Sometimes you don't even need to say much. It's just the work ethic. You go out there and show them. But, being leaders out there, telling them, you're going to be all right. One bad thing happens, and just focus on the next play and the next thing to come.
Yeah. All right, Talon, what do you know you need to do well tomorrow night to get the win against the Newton Cardinals?
Every time I go in, I got to box that 6'8" guy or however tall he is, 6'7", whatever. I got to put a body on him. Me and Jacob both. Jacob's going to be guarding him to start out, but if I get subbed in, I got to go box someone out, get rebounds. Hopefully get some offensive boards and kick it out,
Yep. All right. What do you know that maybe on the defensive end you'll have to do well as well against Newton?
Yeah, no, it's going to start with effort. First of all, we're going to have to go out there, know we can actually go out there and win this game, have the best effort we've had, all year, and just go out there, execute plays, and play our hardest. That's really all we can do. Yeah,
Newton Cardinals on Thursday night, and Des Moines East is coming up on Friday night as well. So what's it like, on a long night? You don't get. I personally didn't get home till midnight last night. What's that like for you guys with the turnaround? As far as you got practice, you got school, you got the game, all that kind of stuff. How do you kind of balance that a little bit?
The practice wasn't too bad. Waking up this morning was pretty bad, but it's not too bad once we get in the rhythm and flow of things, and it starts to get normal, and it's not too bad as it seems.
Yeah, for sure. Talon, how about you?
It's not that bad. As long as you get to bed and get a good few hours of sleep, you'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, you're still young.
Yeah. I'll enjoy while I can.
It gets a little harder the older you get, that is for sure. Well, guys, both in your senior season, what other things do you have kind of planned after basketball season and maybe after your senior year?
I'm planning to go play basketball somewhere. Not really sure yet, but I'm just going to finish out the school year and the basketball season, enjoy it while I can, and then we'll see after this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Talent?
Me, I'm still not really sure, but I'm not planning on playing basketball. I'm not good enough for that. Not like this guy. So.
You got the height, though. You got the height for sure. That is for sure. Well, best of luck to both you guys the rest of the season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Kyle Smith, Talon Holstead, give it up for him. When we come back, we will switch gears. We'll talk boys swimming with Ray Delaney, head coach, right here on Bobcat Live.
Brown's Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear, including Hoka, Brooks, On Cloud, Birkenstock, and Taos. Brown's Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and more. They carry multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff will take the time to give you the service you deserve. Brown's Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
Fall is officially delicious at your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. Try the all-new Maple Cookie Shake, sweet, creamy, or dive into the ultimate duo, the Oreo Reese's Blizzard Treat. 2 icons, 1 cup, pure magic. Craving pumpkin spice everything? The Pumpkin Pie Blizzard Treat is back, loaded with real pumpkin pie pieces and topped with whipped cream and nutmeg. Or keep the summer vibes going with the Choco Dip Strawberry Blizzard Treat, a vacation in every bite. Hurry in, these fall flavors won't last forever. Happy tastes good at your Marshalltown Dairy Queens.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com.
Back in on Bobcat Live from Wayward Social. By the way, as we talk basketball, join Wayward Social for the 5th quarter after the Friday night home games, which includes this Friday night as the Bobcats take on Des Moines East. Students pay just $6 for unlimited bowling and shoes after the game, plus just $2 slices of pizza. Ray, what kind of pizza do you like?
I'm a pepperoni.
Pepperoni?
Yeah,
all right,
maybe pepperoni sausage.
Okay, I like that. Cade, how about you? What kind of pizza do you like to go after?
I like pepperoni too.
Okay. Is that in the diet, though, during swim season?
It can be. It can serve a purpose.
Yeah, that is for sure. Well, welcome in, Ray Delaney, head coach. Now, of course, you were the former assistant coach for this program and take over for Mike Lupi, who retired. Tell me about the transition process for you and how maybe Mike kind of smoothed that out for you to be able to slide in here to this role.
For sure. If you're going to take over for someone who's done it for 30, 34 years, 35 years, however long, it's not a bad thing. Mm-hmm. He had a system, he had a process, shared a lot of that with me, a lot of things set up, and things that work, things that would be silly to change. And so kind of finding what works, what I like, what maybe I didn't like as much, what I did want to change. And that last season was kind of a reflection process on that and seeing what we wanted to do. And then this summer working and earlier this school year working to figure out exactly the system we wanted to run. And it's been as smooth as it can be. There's still a couple of things that are like, ooh, that is all on me, but it works. Couple questions for Mr. Isgrig, and I'm trying not to bother him too much, but it works. It's been as nice as we can so far.
Yeah, well, you got to have somebody to lean on, right? I mean, because I always think any good leader knows that they don't always have all the answers in the room. So, kind of being able to lean on somebody else, and like Mike, lean on him for his experience as well too. So, as you kind of got yourself ready for the season, what was kind of maybe a big thing that hey, this is the program. You mentioned it, maybe carrying over some things, but you wanted the guys to understand that too on their side, because for a head coaching change, it can be a little bit of
it can be
one of those things worrying like, oh, what's going to happen now, kind of thing.
In college, I went through a coaching change, and it went from way out of the system. Someone totally out of the program, running a lot of different things, and it was a big shock to the system. Mm-hmm. And so having me involved and a lot of familiarity already was a good thing. Wanted to know from the boys, obviously some feedback, but what are some of the things that make Bobcat swimming what it is to us, and what do we want to continue? And one thing I developed was some core values and helped kind of highlight all those things. And that was a big piece of putting together that handbook and what we want our program to look at, was putting those together. And those kind of make Bobcat swimming what it is. And there's a couple of things, tradition shirts, Iron Bobcat challenges we haven't quite gotten to yet to this point. The boys were wondering, but that we'll get there and kind of connect even from my era of swimming and before to this group, and things we want to continue doing.
Yeah.
That are important to me, important to the boys, and make our program kind of different and in a good way.
Yeah, for sure. Cade, I saw a lot of head nodding as Coach was speaking. So I guess from your perspective on that side, how's the change been, and what makes it really fun to come to practice with Ray?
I feel like the change has been really smooth. I think serving as the assistant coach for 4 years really helped get familiar with the program, and obviously he was part of the program, and so he was very familiar with it. And then I kind of saw the past couple of years him slowly take over and have more of those responsibilities, and Coach was letting him do more stuff, and you could really tell that he was ready to step up to the head coach position.
To take the torch, yeah.
He's done a great job so far.
That's good. Of course, your brother Eli is on the squad. So what's that like to swim with your younger brother?
It's a lot of fun. I like swimming with him. Very competitive, though. Never want to lose to your brother. So it's always out there every day. I feel like he's pushing me really hard because he wants to beat me, and I don't want to let him beat me. So we're always out there racing. And it's good. It's really good. Just to make sure everyone's competitive at practice. So it makes a good environment.
All right. So I know you had a nice cross-country season. And how do you feel like that helped you get into shape for this swim season? Because I've talked to Lincoln Barker last year, and he mentioned that it was such a change. You're so weightlifting and strength conditioning for football. I would have to think cross country made it a little bit of a smoother transition because of that cardio aspect.
Yeah, the cardio is definitely there, but there's nothing really like swimming. It's like every sport has a bit of running to it, so you can get in shape for running, but swimming is completely different. The muscles you're working is not quite like cross country. I mean, obviously you're still working your legs and everything, but
So what's hurting the most in the difference? Is it your arms, or is it your core, or is it everything?
It's always the shoulders. The shoulders is always what's sore.
I would think so.
The same movement over and over again. It's not a movement you're really used to, so you do it over and over, and the shoulders are always sore.
Yeah, I bet. So tell me a little bit about preseason, getting into it. I know you've already matched up against Ames this year, but how was getting your body ready and getting ready to compete in events?
Well, that first week is always really tough, transitioning into swim. You can tell that everyone is not in shape yet, so it's always fun. That first week, it's definitely hard. I think Coach knows that, and Coach works with us on that, but he's always pushing us hard and getting us ready. So I mean, it definitely is a big transition, but Coach does a good job working with us and seeing where we're at, and just even some days he decides it's you all seem very tired, so just making those small adjustments I think helps a lot for making sure that we're where we need to be at this point.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so tell me a little bit about your role this year, because last year I saw you competed in 8 different events last year, plus you were in 3 different relays. You had the best time on the team in the 100-meter free last year. So what events are you big in this year?
Coach kind of puts me wherever he needs me.
So still a utility guy.
Yeah. Still just wherever there's a good race. I mean, I really like to go race, and Coach always has a good race for me. He knows where to put me to find a good race and go compete, which is always really fun. So, just whatever Coach has got me swimming is what I'll do.
Is what you're just going to, okay, let's go.
Yep.
How nice is it to have somebody who can be a little flexible and is willing to do that for you?
It's huge, especially someone who's got 4 rounded strokes. He's a great IMer. We swam him that in it last year. And I told Cade coming into this year, you're going to be, we'll narrow it down to at districts and come that time, but depending on the meet, depending who they got, that's where we're gonna probably go match you up. And so far with Ames, it was the IM and the free, the 100 free, and they put their probably best swimmer into both of those events as well. And then tomorrow it's going to be another one of that. Very winnable IM for Cade, and then a nice race and a winnable 100 free too, which would both go a very long way for our meet tomorrow.
Yeah.
So kind of see what it is going on beyond that. We'll see what they have, see what's going to be the best place for them given that meet, and come around in February where that chance to qualify or our best lineup for the district meet.
Yeah, you started off the season with no slouch in Ames. Eli Randall was our male athlete of the week. He had a first-place finish there at that meet. So how impressed were you by, considering the opponent in Ames? They're almost swimming year-round, I imagine.
They have a good chunk that does. They are certainly not what they've been, a top 5 program, but, I mean, you get in there, they have 35 boys. And everybody had somebody to race, but, you know, their top end is state caliber, state podium top end, and we ran into that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got Roosevelt coming up. I know it was kind of tight last year in that matchup. So you expecting that kind of thing here tomorrow night?
Very similar program to us. They lost a lot of seniors this last year.
Yeah.
Good chunk of their district points. They swam Mason City last Tuesday, and looking at what they have and what we have. If we didn't change the lineup, it was like a 13-point meet. With some changes we made, scoring out to be a 2-point meet. So it's going to be tight. It's going to come down to a lot of the 6th place to 5th place, 5th place to 4th place. Seeing guys race and go beat the guy next to them is what I've been telling them. And that's where we're at this point, and that's going to give you good times.
Yeah.
Racing at this point, going out and trying to beat that guy next to you. If you do or you don't, it's going to lead to some quick swimming.
So tomorrow night at home against Roosevelt, what time does everything get going?
5:30.
Okay. Fans can come out and watch.
Yep.
It's always fun. My stepson Deegan tried swimming last year at the middle school level, and, man, it's so fun to be able to kind of walk around and see all the different angles, peer through the windows and everything.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You guys have such a great facility there to be able to
Very
host.
lucky. For a high school facility, it's awesome. You see some of these new pools. Ames is built, Waukee, some of these schools, they're insane. But for what we have and the age that we have, the district's been very good with it and upkeeping it, and knowing the importance of us having, even with the Y, having our own facility is huge. I hear from other coaches who have to share facilities, and you get the last pick of practice times at times, and Grinnell always fights that. And so to have our own facility and get to do what we want and have meets when we want is massive. And the district and everybody has been very supportive of that and keeping it up as much as we can with the new ceiling and ventilation and scoreboard and all those improvements. It's been awesome.
For sure. All right, last question goes to Cade. Big senior class last year. How have you felt like maybe you've tried to step into that role and be the team leader, or maybe somebody kind of passed the torch to you from last year's squad?
Definitely lost a lot last year. I think for sure you talked to Charlie a couple of times last year. At practice, Charlie was always a big leader. I mean, he was always doing all the work. I mean, you could not get that kid to stop. He just kept swimming, and Coach, can we do more? And I feel like without him the past couple of years, not a lot would get done. So it's kind of been, for me, it's trying to step into that position and be like, we got to get this done. Because there's some times that, it's getting late in practice. We're tired. We're like, Coach isn't looking. We don't have to do it. And I feel like Coach knows that sometimes. But,
know all the tricks.
He's got eyes in the back of his head.
For sure. And I think part of it is just making sure we're staying accountable and doing our work. And I think that goes a long way because, you start getting lazy, especially at the beginning of the season, and it's just going to continue that way. And never a good thing. So just making sure that there's a leader and someone's always there to keep the team accountable, because that definitely becomes a team thing. If no one's doing it, then it feels like there's just no point of going to practice. So just making sure that as a team we're all working hard.
Good to hear. Cade, best of luck rest of your senior
Thank
season.
you very much.
All right, Ray,
Absolutely.
Good to chat with you.
Thank you. You too.
And give it up, first-year head coach, full-time, Ray Delaney. And when we come back, we'll switch gears again. We'll talk girls wrestling. This is Bobcat Live on KFJB-TV.
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit VisionSource-MarshalltownEyeCare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
Good call tonight, man. You too? You think what I'm thinking? Let's go to Legends for a Bobcat burger.
Hi, guys. What are we hungry for today?
I think we're going to do 2 Bobcat burgers. Whether it's pre-game or post-game.
Or during the game, it's Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside, right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available. Welcome back into Bobcat Live. You're on KFJB-TV. Nevaeh, was that you?
Oh, yeah.
You're not getting nervous coming on again. You've been on a couple times, right?
Only one.
Only once? Okay, all right. I was thinking we brought you back after you went to state last year, but we did have you on last year. Coach Cox is up here with us, and I tell you what, always love running into you. You got that excitement, that energy. I felt it tonight. You're ready to roll here, right? You've already had a couple of invites. You've had some duels. You've pretty much dominated all your duels so far. Only one loss in those duels so far, so it's been a good start to the season. What have you kind of seen out of your squad so far that's impressed you?
We are a totally different team than we were last year. I just keep telling people that, like, these girls, they worked their butt off this off season, and it's starting to show right now, you know, with the duels and the tournament. And I'm just so proud of them for what we're already doing and what's to come. So.
Yeah. All right. So I know you had, 60-something girls out last year. Was that right?
No.
Was it
like 25? Right.
Oh, it was 25 last year? Okay. I was thinking it was way high.
No, 25.
Just on varsity? Or was that?
No, that was
total with JV?
Yep,
okay.
Yep.
All right. So how many do you have out now?
30 to around 35.
Okay. So you gained a few extra
Yep.
ones. That's good. They're doing middle school girls wrestling now too. So that's been probably a little bit of a good trial for some of those girls to get that experience.
Yes, Brett Comangy, our middle school girls coach, man, he has done a phenomenal job. I'm going to talk about a couple of our freshmen, you know, that he's worked with, and they're on fire right now.
That's
awesome.
It's
awesome.
Yeah, so how much does that kind of help, at least, AAU wrestling and everything? I know there's girls at that level, so that obviously gives them great experience, but for somebody who is maybe trying it out for the first time, how much does that experience kind of help them at least know, maybe some of the basics or how practice is going to operate, that kind of thing?
It helps tremendous because, you don't want to. A lot of these girls came to their first practices in high school, and they were like, "Oh my God, this sucked." But these freshman girls that came this year, they were already prepared. They were already knowing what to do. I didn't have to go. We didn't have to step back so much. We were just moving. We were moving. So I felt like that's why we're improved so much, because of our middle school program and the people that we have down there doing their thing. So
obviously, girls wrestling new just a couple years ago. You take over your second year now. To see Nevaeh as well as Olivia Wise get to state last year. I guess going back to earlier this year and seeing them get to state down in Coralville, what was that experience like? And to see them both in their freshman year accomplish such a great feat?
It was just amazing because, one, Nevaeh and Olivia were both basketball players, that made me happy that they came over, and like their work ethic, and they were not satisfied. They both were probably getting beat every day in the beginning of the season. They were, Nevaeh didn't even make the varsity lineup at first. She kept coming. They both kept coming. They kept grinding. coming to open mats on Sundays when everybody else is probably at home chilling out, sleeping or whatever. They're getting better. So they worked hard for that. They didn't just, it wasn't given to them. They worked hard for that. So I was so proud of those girls.
Yeah. Nevaeh, talk about that experience and how maybe it's kind of helped propel you into this season. Is there anything that kind of stood out that you learned from the season or going to state last year that's kind of helped propel you to have a good start to the season?
Going to state last year gave me a lot of confidence. This year, I go on the mat knowing what to do, less scared, and I just go out there and wrestle.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Madeline McDonald on with us on Bobcat Live as well too. So you're a senior this year. How long have you been wrestling?
I've wrestled for 3 years now. 3
years, okay. So you're kind of at the grassroots of when girls wrestling actually got added as a sport. And what was that like for you to be right there at the beginning of it and be involved in this program?
I mean, it was hard. Same as Nevaeh, I wasn't really winning much my first year until halfway through the season it clicked, and I just started winning my matches and then just kept going up from there.
Yeah. What do you think kind of clicked for you that it kind of turned around?
I was really hungry for it. I really, really wanted to win because after losing all the matches, I was just defeated, and I was I have to change something about what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how fun is it to see their success turn around like that for you?
Man, it's amazing because it's it's working. What we're doing is working, we have all our coaches. We just work. We put in the time, the hours, and it's starting to show. So that's it. I love it. I love it.
Now you and Coach Cross, for people who don't know, you'll actually go over and coach the boys. He'll come over and coach the girls. How do you think that benefits the boys and girls? Is it maybe that different voice that they're not hearing the same one each and every day?
Yes. It's some stuff that I do that he doesn't do. It's some stuff that he does that I don't do. We just got two different ways, and I feel like if you keep doing the same stuff, you're not gonna get different results. Mm-hmm. Switch it up a little bit. See what works for you. See what works for her. So I love doing that type of stuff. I asked him today. I was like, hey man, I'm gonna need you to show some leg riding stuff. So we talked about it and stuff like that. So he's always willing to help me. I'm always willing to help him. We got a good thing going here. So that's I love it, man. I love it.
Got a big match tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
Ames, correct?
Ames and Valley.
Ames and Valley.
Yes.
Okay, I saw Valley was on there, but I wasn't sure. So that'll be a big match for you. What are you kind of looking and hoping to see out of your squad tomorrow?
Man, the same stuff we did Tuesday. I want to dominate. But no, I really, keep getting better. That's this whole point, We don't really care about what's going on in the beginning of the season. We're waiting for that postseason. We want to get to state. So, you can win now, but we want to see it later.
Yeah,
we want to see it later.
For sure. Madeline, how have you kind of, in your senior year been that extra voice? Because I know Coach Cox probably is the main energy guy in practice, but how do you try to bring that and maybe show some of the new freshmen the way and maybe help it kind of, like you mentioned, click for them?
I just show them I help lead the warm-ups and show them stance in motion, and I lead them through all that. And with some of them will come over and ask me for help, and I'll go over there and I'll help them, and at every chance I get, just to keep encouraging them, because I was I know it's hard. We've all been there. Everybody's first years, we've all had them. So.
Coming from a wrestler, with a big background like yours. So, as you look at this squad, who's kind of stood out and kind of impressed you that maybe you didn't expect to see that kind of performance out of so far?
Man, they're all surprising me, honestly. But a couple of freshman girls, Adriana Walker, she's a freshman. The girl is fire. Faith, she's a freshman, fire. Autumn Miller, these are girls that are just freshmen, and they're bringing something to this varsity lineup, and
that's fun.
They're working, man. Yeah. They're working, man.
That's
so
good.
I love it.
Good.
I love it.
Nevaeh, tell me, what's practice like with Coach Cox? Is he barking at you the whole time, or is he getting on the mat and trying to wrestle you, or what?
All the time, trying to wrestle. He made my new practice partner, Trowbridge.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So, how much do you feel like practice benefits you getting ready for a match day?
It helps me a lot to helps me I drill the moves that I need to drill or I'm lacking or like that. Like I look back at my videos and I drill what I need to drill.
All right. What's your go-to move? Like, what's your best move?
Like a takedown?
Yeah.
Like a fireman.
Okay. All right. I won't ask you to demonstrate on Coach right now, but Madeline, how about for you? What's kind of a go-to move that you have a lot of success with?
Probably a 2-on-1.
Okay.
Those are pretty good.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's good. I wish I knew more about wrestling. I grew up basketball, so I'm sorry.
Hey,
but,
it's okay.
But I know you like basketball. You were watching the game last night.
Yes,
yeah?
I was.
What'd you think? Big win last night, huh? For the boys and girls?
My boy Kyle be lighting it up, man. He be lighting it up. And, shout out to Frankie Long out there doing her thing. She's out there being the big dog she is.
Yeah, that is for sure. We're looking forward to it. We'll have girls and boys wrestling coverage coming up this winter. Telmo and Mason City and some conference matches along the line. So we look forward to it. And always great to talk to you, Coach Cox. Appreciate it as well. Nevaeh, Madeline, best of luck in your senior and sophomore year as well for you, Nevaeh. You're watching Bobcat Live from Wayward Social in Marshalltown on KFJB-TV.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com.
At Lennox Employees Credit Union, you're more than a member, you're family. Since 1948, we've been helping members and their families save more, borrow smarter, and reach their financial goals. Whether it's a low-rate auto loan, a mortgage that feels manageable, or simply a savings account that grows with you, we're here to make banking simple and stress-free. Discover the credit union difference today. Visit Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main in Marshalltown, where people helping people is more than a motto, it's who we are. Learn more at lennoxecu.com. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Back in on Bobcat Live. I see a good contingency of the Wise family is out here tonight, so that's great to see. I know they're maybe involved in getting everything going as we welcome in Coach Cross for the boys' side of things. Their family being instrumental to the wrestling program. That's one thing I noticed. Like some of the families are out there. I know Xavier Anderson and his dad was always around helping get mats set up for maybe the Allie Morrison duels and all that kind of stuff. How important is that to your program outside of just the athletes, but the families that kind of help with all those other little things, fundraising that goes on and everything?
Absolutely. Wrestling's a tight-knit family. When we all get to know each other, it's like we support each other in every way possible. And the names that you mentioned, they were there. They still are there as much as possible. I mean, even talking to Xavier's dad, he's going to be there on Saturday watching us. So, I mean, he's got the bug, and
yeah, he does.
We're all very close. So,
how's he doing down there at Grandview?
Oh, Xavier's loving it. He's doing very well. He placed at the co-invite and got third place there. And
awesome.
He's Grandview is they are the top team in NAI for the last 12 years. So he's in the best program he can be in, and he's very impressive right now.
I can't remember the wrestler's name, but I believe he was from Marshalltown and he won a national title, right?
Gustavo. What's his last name?
Gustavo, yeah.
Martinez. Gustavo Martinez. Yep, that was before my time, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah. So carrying on that tradition of going down there, you took 4 wrestlers to state last year. And, of course, Xavier ended up getting second place down there at state. But it was such a great thing to see, 4 wrestlers get down there competing tough. You bring back a couple of those wrestlers. We're going to talk to them coming up next. But how important is that to see, somebody like Xavier? I know he's such a great leader on your squad, and to still have some of those guys who are are hungry, wanting to get back to state, helping lead your program.
Yeah, last year was so pivotal in our program. We've been on the brink of having placers every year I've been coaching, and I'm going on 5 years now, and it's just like we're so close every time. And last year we finally broke that bubble, and having Nick and Xavier place there was just it's a huge stepping stone for our program, and especially Xavier getting into the finals to show, hey, look, it's possible.
Yeah.
And then Nick being the first returning state placer in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Maybe 15 years.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Usually in Marshalltown, our placers are seniors. So Nick is the first time, like I said, in a very long time. And that's huge to have in our room, to see that leadership, to have someone that's been there, done that, and can tell the boys, this is why you have to do what you do.
Yeah, for
sure.
Great. Yeah, all that practice leading up to nights like tomorrow night are why you do it, right?
Correct.
I mean, how's it been so far getting ready for the season as you'll take on Ames? Are you with Valley as well tomorrow?
No,
just Ames.
Just Ames, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Ames has some. I told some other people that they're kind of a sleeper program right now. They got some good wrestlers that are young. They got a kid that moved in from who knows where. They always get kids that move in. And they've got some good solid wrestlers. So tomorrow's going to be fun for us. I think we'll come out with the win, but it's going to be a scrap for sure.
Yeah.
And then as far as preparation goes, you talked about that as. Our seasons looked a little different. Coach Cox's and the girls program, it's growing. They're pushing 30-some wrestlers, and we've had huge numbers this year. We started off with 75.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's slimmed down to about 61 right now, which is still a lot. So what we've decided to do was divide the room in half. Stagger the starting times. So we'll go into weight room for the first part, and then the girls will start, and then we'll switch. And it's been a trial to figure out how to make that work because I've never really had to share a room before. But
so it's a good problem to have, though.
It's a good problem. But if you see the bags in my eyes, it's because I'm thinking about it too much.
Of course, you mentioned Ames is coming up tomorrow, but Nick and then Colby as well, Colby Cross. What's it like to coach him and obviously have that relationship with Colby?
It's amazing and it's awful at the same time. I don't know how to describe it better than that. Because all the emotions come home, and it's just like I can't separate from it. And it's a good thing though. It's really cool to have someone in your family, your son, that has the passion that it's carrying on from me, and it's just really cool to see him growing into the sport, and looking forward to seeing what he can do his junior year.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to our wrestling broadcast coming up this winter, as we'll have Mason City and Tumwa, as well as the Allie Morrison Jewels coming up on January 10th, I believe.
That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah, Saturday in January, and looking forward to it. So best of luck tomorrow night,
Thank
Coach
you very
Cross.
much.
Give it up. Luke Cross, head coach for the boys wrestling program. We'll talk to Nick Wise and Colby Cross when we come back on Bobcat Live.
We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside, right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Tired of just looking for a job? Find a career you'll love. Marshalltown Community College is enrolling now for spring classes. Your future starts here. We offer hands-on career training leading directly to in-demand jobs, from technical skills to healthcare. Our expert faculty and advisors help you find your path. We have flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs you can complete entirely online. Stop waiting. Invest in your future today. Spring classes start January 20th. Enroll now. Visit MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
Yeah, there we we go. We got a lot of wrestling fans, I think, in the crowd here tonight. Nick, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Colby, how
Good.
are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. All right. So both of you coming off a tremendous season. As Nick, you made it to state, placed 7th at state. You were the district runner-up. You wrestled at 138 last year. Is that what you're wrestling this year as well?
Right now I'm wrestling 144.
Okay, all right.
Up a weight class.
Up a weight class. What's that transition like to go from 138 to 144?
It's a lot more lifting. I mean, the guys are bigger, they're taller, and so I'm going to have to lift more, get stronger, which I've been doing, so that's good.
You got to be a bulldog in there, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe not quite like a super bulldog, but still be strong.
Yeah, for sure. What was that experience like for you last year to make it to state and get on the podium?
It was really fun. I went the first 2 years I didn't go, and so last year making it, and then first year making it to state and placing. I mean, it was awesome. It was super great and super fun.
Yeah, so all that hard work paying off for you. I mean, it makes it all worth it, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Colby, got to state as well. You placed 3rd at districts. Are you also wrestling the same, or are you in a different? You were at 126 last year.
I'm wrestling 150 this year. So.
Okay. Wow, that's a big jump for you. Yeah. All right. So even more in the weight room. And are you? Is Dad cooking some extra meals for you, or?
Not really.
He wants that lean weight on you, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
What was that experience like for you? You made it 2nd round there in the consolation. I'm sure that had to just be a big moment for you to go through that. What did you feel like you benefited the most going through that experience last year?
I mean, yeah, it was a great experience. I definitely it definitely built confidence and showed me that I'm capable of competing at a high level.
Yeah. So what's it like to have your dad as the head coach? I'll ask you the same question I asked him.
Yeah, like you said, it's got both good and bad parts. It's definitely nice being able to, at home, being able to talk to him if I have extra questions, but like you said, sometimes there's a lot of extra emotions there.
Yeah, I'm sure. Wrestling can be a very emotional sport, though, right, Nick?
Oh, yeah, really emotional.
I think I asked Olivia when I saw her, I said, can you take Nick now? Or so what do you think? I mean, she made it to state, you made it to state. I mean, who's winning that battle?
I am.
Well, I figured that was what you were going to say. All right, Ames getting the season going. How pumped are you excited about tomorrow night?
I'm super excited. I've been waiting for it since 8 months now. So I can't wait to get back onto the mat with the Bobcat singlet to show how good I've gotten.
Yeah. Colby, what's kind of the key for the squad tomorrow night to get that victory?
I'd say the key is just being consistent. We got a lot of new guys on varsity this year, so if they can wrestle their best and give their best effort, I think we can win. Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to ask you guys goals for the season, which I both know that you're going to say getting back to state and getting on that podium again. So what's kind of a goal that you've laid out for yourself outside of that maybe it's putting in a new move or something of that nature?
So stay in the weight room, keep lifting, eat healthy, keep drinking water, and just focusing on the technique and having more fun than stressing out about the matches themselves.
Yeah. You got to have fun at the end of the day, that's for sure. Colby, how about you?
Yeah, like Nick said, having fun. Staying hydrated throughout the season is definitely a big one. And then one goal for me was just to win more matches during the regular season.
Yeah. Good deal. Well, hey, wish you guys nothing but the best of luck this season. Good luck tomorrow night. Yep. Take down the little Cyclones. Come on. Yeah, let's
we
go.
will. Yeah. We will.
All right. Hey, we'll talk with girls basketball when we come back. You're watching Bobcat Live from Wayward Social in Marshalltown.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun. From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.us.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Back in on Bobcat Live. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brandon Lewis. Our producer is David Braga, now joined by head girls basketball coach Brian Murphy. The 2-0 Marshalltown Bobcat girls basketball team, by the way. Great win last night.
Yeah, it has a nice ring to it. So.
Yeah. It definitely does. You head into tomorrow night. You're going to take on the Newton Cardinals. You won against Lincoln last night, 52-38. Frankie Long on her 17th birthday scored. You needed one more free throw line trip so we could. Yeah, Dylan called it the golden score instead of the golden birthday.
Yeah, or just
thing.
Make one more at the line, one or the other.
Yeah, spoken like a true coach.
Yep.
But 16 points. You mentioned one of her more dominant offensive performances that you've seen from her. She just looked the first game against South Tama, everybody kind of getting back in the mix, but everybody looked even more comfortable on Tuesday night. What was kind of your thought on going into that one and how maybe they approached it and just felt that comfortability coming out?
Yeah, the first half, I thought we came out really strong in both quarters, where we kind of started off with a really good purpose and a really good focus on offense. And I think in the past, sometimes our defense has kind of driven our offense, and this year it kind of flips on us a little bit, where when our offense is rolling, our defense really picks up now. And so that was something I thought we did a really good job of, and at the beginning of both first quarters, and then really in that fourth quarter where it kind of blew open, you could just feel the momentum starting to roll. It felt like everything was dropping, and certainly it helps when you have somebody that's kind of a stabilizing force. And I said this after the game. I think that the fun thing is when you see the game slowing down for players. And we've said that about people in the past. You can see the game slowing down for Frankie a little bit, where everything is deliberate, intentional, and you just feel like she's in control and not allowing the defense to dictate what she does.
Of course, she'll always get her rebounds. She'll get a few blocks as well, and able to add to that. I thought Georgia Jansen in the first half looked even more comfortable last night. We saw Morgan Hildebrand, who is coming off the bench, and she nailed a big three in the corner, got heated up from long distance there. So does it always take a couple games to feel like, hey, we're really in that game flow?
Yeah, I mean, the first game for sure just feels like, you're shaking off rust, you're figuring things out. There's always an element of that. And I think the first road game can kind of pose kind of a similar challenge. One thing that may not have been clear in the broadcast, that gym was hot and it was bizarre. Sometimes those little things kind of add up and you just kind of roll with them. And I thought the girls did a really good job of pushing through that. And at the end of the day, that is the advantage of some maturity is, you never know. It could be officiating, could be gym conditions, whatever it is. Yeah. You've got to roll with the punches, and I thought the girls did a really good job of responding to everything we saw last night.
Yeah, it was hot, especially up there in the press box.
Yeah, there was no escaping it anywhere, so other than down in the dungeons in the locker room. So
you host Des Moines East on Friday night. You've got a 6-game winning streak against them. You host Newton tomorrow night. You've got a 6-game losing streak to them. They've always seemed to battle you guys really hard. You get them at home tomorrow night. What's kind of the key to round out and have a really good end of this week for your squad? Is it kind of staying within themselves, or what's kind of that game plan?
Yeah, we talked at the end of practice a little bit ago. We know what we need to do against Newton. Last year we faced them with a very depleted team where we had 2 starters out, and then Kinsley was technically playing, but she had severely sprained her ankle and probably shouldn't have been playing because she could barely move. We did not get an opportunity to give them our best shot last year, and we know coming in this year, if we force them to play half-court offense, we have a great shot. It's when we gift them with transition and turnovers that it's something I think we've improved on against the press. Now we've got to take care of the ball better in the half-court. But as long as we keep them in that half court, I feel really good about our opportunities to slow them down on defense. And then we have a lot of opportunities on our end, on the offensive end, where I don't think they can match up with us very well, as long as we're keeping it a more of a half-court game and not allowing them to get out and go.
I've heard that maybe some of the players want to run a press this year. Maybe you'll buy into that. I don't know. What's your thought on that? This team's capability. It seems like this team, a lot of them have been playing since freshmen, and they really grasp basketball overall to be able to do certain things like that. Do you think doing something like that, though, at the right time and the right point, I'm definitely not the coach you are, but to be able to add that in, how much do you feel like, as you add those things in, maybe it's not even a press, it's something other that you want to do, being able to add those things in and being able to make this, on all aspects or all levels, I guess what I'm trying to say is just a tough team to compete in and night out.
Yeah, we're always looking for ways to really strengthen our advantages on defense, and I think there's definitely ways we can do that. I mean, we basically had Amara pressing by herself by the end of the game yesterday, where it was like just go harass their point guard and have some fun with it, and it's something we're planning to do again in the future. And I mean, the great thing is, you brought up Georgia. She's probably got some of the best anticipation on defense of any player I've ever seen. It's you don't see her coming, and then suddenly there's this blur and she's going the other way, and pressure on the ball opens up those opportunities for the off-ball player. So certainly there's opportunities to do that. We're always looking for ways that we can trap and use our length. And at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we're conditioned enough where we're able to do that. And then certainly foul trouble is the other thing where, I thought we did a pretty good job last night of walking that line of aggression and foul trouble. And, we contest a lot of shots, and there's a certain amount of fouls that we can live with as coaches as long as they're good contests and not reckless. And certainly that combination of ball pressure and then protection at the rim goes a long way to making things hard for the other team.
Yeah, that is for sure. Doubleheader coverage coming up tomorrow night and Friday night, starting at 6 o'clock with coverage of the girls' game. And we'll have both of those games on Thursday and Friday. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate
it. Brian Murphy, head girls basketball coach. We'll wrap up Bobcat Live when we come back right here from Wayward Social in Marshalltown.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown. With their extensive inventory, you're sure to make a winning selection when you shop McGregor's for your bedroom, living room, and dining room furnishings. McGregor's has the right play for every room in your home. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is proud to be your locally owned and operated furniture store since 1896 and very proud to support Bobcat Athletics again this season. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Back in for our final segment of Bobcat Live. Thanks to everybody coming out tonight. Appreciate the support of Bobcat athletes. All right, Coach mentioned 2-0 has a nice ring to it, doesn't it, Millie?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Kinsley?
Put a ring on it.
Wow. Is that a Beyonce joke? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what I figured. I would expect nothing less out of you. All right, I know you guys are tight-knit. So what did everybody get Frankie for her birthday yesterday?
She brought us stuff. She brought us donuts.
Donuts?
Yeah.
Wow. From Quick Star, or did you make them?
Crispy.
Oh, Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Wow. What a treat. So last night, nice road victory against the Des Moines Lincoln Rail Splitters. Tomorrow night, you head into Newton and then Des Moines East on Friday night. I know the ladies, you always love to play Des Moines East, but you got to take care of business against Newton Cardinals tomorrow night. What's kind of the key to taking on the Cardinals tomorrow night in your eyes?
Take care of the ball.
Okay. That's always a good one. Less turnovers, you always
Yeah.
have a better shot. Millie, can you expand on that maybe a little bit further?
I feel like we have to play good defense. They have one girl who can shoot it, and that's Kinsley's defensive assignment.
Make her mad.
Oh, wow.
So
It's personal, huh?
No.
Okay. What's it's only 2 games, but it's been a nice start to the season, and it felt like the offense really got going the other night. You feel like everybody's getting kind of a little bit more in a rhythm heading into game number 3?
yeah, I feel like a lot of the rust is coming off of us.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of us haven't played like basketball 5-on-5 in like a while. Like some of us haven't played since last basketball season or like the summer.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the rust is coming off. We're starting to work better together as a team, and like actually finding people who are open. We found Frankie a lot last night.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's good. Like she's open a lot of the time, and sometimes we just
Yeah.
don't get it to her. So I think now that we know like she's open, we can get to her more and then just score.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Kinsley, I know you love being on Bobcat Live, but it's your senior year. I hope you just enjoy it. So our last question goes to you of the night. What do you enjoy the most about this team, and what are you looking forward to the most in accomplishing with them overall this year in your senior?
Hopefully to beat a lot of teams, especially Ames. That's
Okay.
my goal. And
Yeah.
you know how good those Ames girls.
Yeah.
There's inside beef. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, it is Ames. It is the Highway 30 rivalry after all. I'm glad you changed your answer, because when we did the round table last year, everybody said, "Oh, who's your biggest rival?" And it was Des Moines East. And I'm like, "Where's Ames at here?" I
No,
thought that
Ames.
was. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad it's changed.
Mhm.
Best of luck rest of your senior season.
Thanks.
Yep. Millie, you too.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, that'll do it for Bobcat Live. For our producer, David Braga, I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll talk to you tomorrow night from inside the Roundhouse. Girls, boys, doubleheader starting at 6 right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.